Hello, everybody. My name is Chingero Kafu, otherwise known as Chi Chi, and I am back with another episode of Chi Chi's Comeback Corner. This time, I have an interview with a very special guest. This is a character that entered the EFC and immediately, he immediately grabbed attention, and he was recently a focal point of a very important documentary. So I am very honored to have him on the show. Please welcome the one and only Shadrack Blambee Nsua.
What's up, buddy? How's it? Hope you're good, Chichi. Hope you're good. What an introduction, though.
Good.
Yeah.
How are you?
No, I'm perfect. Can't complain. Everything is good. Hope you're good yourself.
Yeah, definitely. I'm so happy to have you on because this is an interview that I've been trying to get with you because I feel like you are definitely one of the rising stars within the EFC and within the African MMA scene. And so, thank you so much for coming on.
No, it's a pleasure being here.
Yeah. So let's just get straight into it, right? Currently, you are 4-1 in your professional MMA career. How does it feel for you to, basically look back on your career and just be like, okay, this is what's happening. You're 5 fights deep now. How do you feel? Do you feel like, the best is yet to come? Are you happy with what you've accomplished? Or just how are you feeling?
In a small amount of time, very happy with what we've accomplished. We've actually accomplished a lot in a very small amount of time that we've had. But like you say, there's still a long way to go. We're still keeping ourselves humble with our heads down. And the work, it's speaking for itself. I mean, us getting in a cage and doing the work and everything. So, yeah, we just want to leave the talking in there and just keep doing what we're doing in the background. So, just happy and excited to see what the future's unfolding for us. But for now, we just got to keep working hard. Just holding nothing back.
Yeah. And, your last fight actually took place at EFC 116, and that was against Kulegani Hlongwa. And, obviously you picked up the victory there. And it seemed like quite an emotional moment for you to actually have your father in the hex with you. Can you just describe how that moment felt for you and what informed that decision for you to have your father in attendance that evening?
My father's always been very supportive of my career. There's many ways to describe how supportive it could be. Outside the financial part, he couldn't afford that, but he was always there to root for me in a way of telling me, you got this. Just keep going, don't stop. He was never there to pull me down. He was always there motivating me, telling me, it'll work out in the end. And he believed in me. I'd say he believed me more than actually I believed in myself at some point. So for me to have him there, because he told me that he actually told me, he didn't make it as a surprise. He just told me, now I'm coming down to watch your fight. Please get me a ticket. So then I spoke to Graham, and Graham was like, we'll organize a VIP ticket for you. So. And he wanted to sit right at the entry because he was like, he want to see me walk out and walk right next to him. And I wanted to stay really focused for the fight. So walking out, I could hear he was calling me, but I'm like, I can't look at him now because I don't want to get emotional looking at him at the moment. And for him, I'd say, I've never seen him that happy because he's always seen it on TV and all of a sudden he's there. And it's a very different vibe when you're there because you're seeing cameras and everything. It's like, oh shit, this is different. So it was really nice to have him there. And Chris told me, because my coach is the one that told me, he's like, now bring him inside so you can celebrate with him a little bit as well. So it felt like, it's like, look, I leave PE, I come to Joburg to fight. I know I've got fans in Joburg. I know people backing me in Joburg, but it's different to just have one of your own from, coming over to sit on the side and watch it. It's just very different, yeah.
Definitely. And it was such a beautiful moment to actually witness, hey? But so one of the, ever since you started your professional MMA career, you've always been the guy who, when you get that mic, you immediately you want some, come get some. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. What inspires that? What makes you actually have that energy? And how does that fuel you, I guess, so that with every fight that happens, it's always a thing for you. It's a mantra at this point.
Yeah. So for me, I always life has been difficult, and I've lived through that difficult moment. And if I could smile at those moments, I mean, for me, I'm like, you just live life with no regret. And I, I'm a people's person. I love people. I like being around people, and that's like it's been since I was a child. I just enjoy being around people, and that's always been a thing for me. So being in that environment, like I think I did say it in one of my interviews. I was like, being in the EFC kind of feels like I'm still at home. You know, it doesn't feel like I've
Mm.
left home. It feels like I'm still at home because everybody are very genuine with me. Everybody chill. They're talking to me, and honestly, it just feels like okay, I'm still at home, and that's the feeling that drives me. Because I'm like, hey, I'm not fighting for myself. I'm fighting for the rest of the people that are here as well. You know, so that's for me. That's the drive. And when I get in there, get the mic, I'm like, hey, there's nothing more. Like I don't. I just want to be me. I just want to connect with the people. I just want people to feel my excitement. People to feel my genuine, how genuine and happy I am to be around them or around the promotion, around everybody. So for me, it's pretty much just being real, being 100%. And be like, yeah, this is me, man. I'm not like I say I'm an athlete. I'm not a fighter because a fighter walks in there trying to have all these front faces, and look mean. I have got an aura when I have to let an aura out. An aura is always there, but it doesn't have to have a mask at all. So that's me. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you train out of PESFA, there in the Eastern Cape. You train out of PESFA under Chris Bright and
Yeah.
alongside the likes of Lutando Biko and Cindy Lemanengela.
Oh.
So, can you just tell us a little bit about like how that environment, how do you feel like that environment shapes you and helps create you and just make you the fighter that you are today?
Look, the confident, like I always tell people, confident is not because of what I can do or what I do in a cage. Like I'm sure you know Johanna Oosthuizen. Johanna Oosthuizen, one of the great grappling guy in the continent, if I can say at the moment, besides Luke Griffith and Luke Griffith in SA at the moment. Then Johan is really good. He's amazing. And right now, they just flew to Las Vegas because he's going to compete in a UFC Fight Pass in an invitational age. So I was
Oh,
helping him. So imagine me helping Johan to go compete in an invitational grappling competition in Nick Rod's card. I mean, that's massive. So I'm like,
yes.
not a lot of people got the privilege to do such. So having Johan, having Jason Durant is a former light heavyweight in Submission King, very good in grappling as well. And like you said, we've got Lutando Biko, a former champion in the EFC, very good in his feet, very explosive. That man is like, for me, in my eyes, he'll always be world class in my eyes. Like I always tell him, I'm like, "Duff, you're always world class in my eyes. I don't care what people say, but in my eyes, he's world class because of what I've seen and what he can do as well. Like for me, no disrespect to Zulu, that's a prime example I give people. Look what Zulu did to Reason. And for Shodi to kind of put him in a position that he did in the second fight tells you a lot about the skills that the skills and talent that he has. And having Sindile, we call him he's the captain, but we call him he's a good bully because a man bullies you with a smile in his face, and it's that man is sometimes you're like, Jesus, bro, like, can we turn it down a bit? Like, can we relax a little bit, just please? Like, he's in a room. I'll say he's one of the guys that. You can spar with all of us would be nice. You get to him, you're gonna have to feel what it feels like just to spar, because he won't be actually as he'd be nice, but not as nice. So
Yeah.
we know sparring with him, yeah, you're gonna get one or two there. You're gonna walk out of there talking about what I got. I got a body shot, or I got an uppercut, or something. He's tricky, but in his way, he's also good, very good, very very good. And prime example with him as well. You look at Faiz, very good fighter. Faiz is a very good fighter, and Sindile going 5 rounds with him and putting up a fight like that. So, like my camp is always full of great talented guys, and like guys like it's not just Sindile or shorty, like I said, is what's his name, Kanyo Makam, who just made his pro debut in versus as well. Amazing, strong, very good, smart guy when it comes to striking and grappling. We've got Cesar, who's currently going up to, I think he's gonna go to World very soon. He's up the African champ. He's gonna fight for versus the title now for flyweight. And there's Atingosi. So there's guys out there that that room is full of guys that are willing to actually put in the work, and very tough. So the confidence comes from that. It comes from those guys, because those guys, the camp they put me through, I'm like, I'm sorry, but when I get in a cage, I don't think anybody's going to try to kill me, and they're going to have this that type of demeanor those guys has in that room. So for me, I'm like, I've got the sharks, and a bunch of fishes don't mean nothing to me at all.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, at EFC 116, right, at the post-event press conference, it was declared that you were the number one contender to Luke Michael, who had just recently then been crowned the middleweight champion, right? Two-time middleweight champion. But then now, as it happens, Luke Michael will actually be going down to welterweight to challenge for, Zakir Badart's welterweight title instead. He's aiming for that double champ status kind of vibe. So how do you feel about this happening, where you are not now, you kind of placed in limbo, essentially?
Yeah, look, I take what comes in front of me. I don't really care. For me, I'm like, look, good luck to Luke. But that is not an easy fight. It's not going to be like him just taking Badat down and thinking he's going to get on top and do what he wants. So good luck to him. And I did say, look, Luke can duck as much as you want, but he cannot hide, because he has what I want. In the end of the day, if he doesn't want to face me, he can be a man about it and say it, and then he can put somebody else. If he doesn't want to, if he wants to face me, like he says, I mean, because for me, it doesn't make sense for a man to tell me I should fight somebody relevant when in my eyes he is relevant. To me, it just doesn't make sense. Dude, I'm like, dude, you're relevant. You got the belt. To me, you're very relevant. Then if you think I'm an easy fight, easy money for you, you take it. That's all I want. So, I'm in his head, rent-free. I know that. I'm living in his head every day. And I know sometimes probably just wakes up, thinks about me, even though he's going to fight my dad. And that's, for me, I'm chilled with that for now. And he can have a good camp and enjoy himself as much as he wants with that belt for now. And I wish him luck. I wish him luck with Badat's fight. Like, I don't wish anything bad for him, but I just want him to stay fit, to stay strong, to stay healthy, because I think I've got a fight coming up just to keep myself busy. Because I don't want to wait for Luke. Look, I mean, I've waited my whole life to be where I am right now. I don't want to wait for anybody. So I know for the fact that I'm getting in there working over the W, so he should just know one thing, that he needs to get ready for the next fight, which is going to be me for the middleweight. And just good luck to him. That's all I have to say for now.
Now, before we get to this confirmed fight, right, at that same press conference, right, that post-event press conference, you kind of maybe struck a nerve with the Michael family, I guess, or the Michael camp rather, because like usually you're very easygoing, you're very fun, funny, you're all about the vibes. But on that night, you were locked in. You were, and how did you feel in that moment when, like, all of a sudden you were, I guess, enemy number one, I guess.
Hey, look, Cape Town hates me. I'm like, yay. Fun. That this is how it feels to be hated in a city, in a province. Wow, amazing! It feels good to be an enemy in Cape Town. To be honestly, because like I say, I'm living in a champ's head, rent free, and I don't know what's with a wife, because I had a conversation with my coach about this, and I made a joke about this. I was like, I'm more scared of Luke's wife than Luke, actually. because she talks way more. That's a bigger punch. The tank is way bigger punch than actually what Luke. I mean, she hits harder than Luke with her mouth, if I can say that. So I didn't mean to strike a nerve, and I said it in a press conference with all due respect. How he took it, it's up to him. I don't really care. For me, I didn't want to disrespect him. I don't disrespect people. I'm a very nice person. I treated him nicely in the hotel. You know, his wife actually went on one of my page and, you know, posted it and stuff. So, Luke DM'd me privately. That just tells you how much, you know, the conversation he went on privately, telling me what's going to happen and stuff. For me, I'm like, dude, you can come at me as much as you want. I don't really care. In the end of the day, the fact that I know getting in that cage with that guy, I'm going to date him so bad and have a smile on my face while doing it. That just says a lot. It's nothing personal for me.
Now, Shadrack, you piqued my interest, right? You're talking about these DMs, these messages that you were saying. What are these messages saying?
I can send them to you if you want. I can screenshot and send them to you. It's fine. I don't mind. Just I'll screenshot and send them to you. I don't mind it. He's the one that started the conversation. I was like, Jesus, okay, this is what you do, bruh. Tells you a lot about a champ. Like for me, it's like speaking to him in a press. I could already see mentally he's for me, mentally you gotta be a champ as much as you claim to be. And I'm sorry, like I can say mentally it's still a bit young there, it's still not matured properly. And for him to practically privately DM me, I'm like, And I was nice about it. I was talking to him. I'm like, bro, I'm going to entertain you. I want to see where this is going. And he DM'd a few of the guys that commented. So I'm like, are you serious, mate? How are you going to... I mean, it doesn't make sense for a champ to go around doing what you're doing, man. You know? So that belt doesn't belong to you.
Yikes. So then is it fair enough to say that, like, when you guys do meet in the Hicks, it's going to probably be one of those situations where there's no love lost and you guys are just going to go at it?
Yeah. This is he's got the beef. I don't got no beef with the man, but I just want to really punch him in the face and smile. Because for me, I said it. I'm like, dude, Luke is always talking, and I really want to give him nothing to talk about. I want him to get outside the cage and literally have fuck all excuse. That's it.
Okay. See, now that just raised the stakes for that fight, because now all of a sudden we're very interested. We want to see that. But before you get there,
Graham's gonna make that happen. Though that's all I want. So I just want 500. That's it.
Definitely. But like you said earlier on, before you get there, you do have a fight, in the interim just to keep busy. And you are set to face Siyakudumisa Nomvemve at EFC 119 on Thursday, November 14th. So how did this fight come about? And how did you feel when you were, approached with this fight as opposed to, the Luke Michael fight? How did you feel?
Look, my coaching staff just set me down. They explained to me, look, this is what's happening. This is what's happening. It's either we wait until next year or we get you one more fight to keep you busy. And then we see what's going to happen next year. So they gave me some time to think about it as well. I spoke to Ashley about it, gave him a call. He explained to me the same thing. And I don't turn down a fight. I don't care who. I don't care what's for. I don't care where. I'd never turn on the fight. And I like the chef. Very nice guy. Very, very chilled guy. But for me, I'm like, hey, it's business, mate. I just want to get paid and come back home and look forward to next year. And nothing really special, nothing great, and no disrespect to the man. I wish him a good camp. But if he's not going to bring it on the night, very long day in office for him. But good luck to him.
Speaking of camps, how's your fight camp going with regards to preparing for this fight?
It's going good. We've actually been busy ever since my last fight. I came back, took like a few days off, came back, been training, and on and on and on. And prior to this fight, we were offered two different names. Kind of not going to disclose that now because
Yeah.
that's something that we didn't want to
Yeah.
talk about. Yeah, we were offered two different names. So we were really already training hard for the two different names that we were offered. And obviously to be given the chef, and I was like, no problem. Why not? For me, I want to get in the cage, actually try a few things, just kind of have fun, and it's see what, a few things we've been working on, see how we can execute them as well. And that just puts us ahead of our game plan, and knowing if we're going to fight Luke Michael, what we can do and how we can execute it. So this is kind of like a warm-up to get to him. No disrespect to the guy I'm fighting, like I say, but this is for me. I'm like, hey, it's a warm-up to get to that. So yeah.
Yeah. So is this going to be your last fight then for the year? And is it one of those things where after this fight, you're then, set on waiting for Luke Michael so that you can challenge for that middleweight title?
I would say that. But hey, if December, I think Luke Michael is fighting December.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind being in that card either. That'd be fun.
Would you? Okay, nah. So I was hoping for this. So, with this fight, right, against Nomvemve at EFC 119, what message exactly are you trying to send to fight fans? What message are you trying to send to Luke Michael?
Look, the message I'm trying to send to the fight fan is pretty much like it's the same. Me getting in there, doing what I do, enjoying myself, but this time I'll do it differently than I did it even with the fight against Kulakani. So it's gonna be different. It's that was slow, that was nice and controlled. So we're trying to keep that, but now better. Like I said, there's a few things we've been working on. We're trying to see how we can execute that. We're trying to see how we can keep on this game plan. We're trying to see how we can actually enforce things carrying through to the next fight. So for Luke Michael, please open your eyes and watch the fight, because you're going to be in the same situation, brother. And for the fans, we're just going to bring a bang as we usually do. Put the place in fire and turn it upside down, and enjoy yourself.
Amazing. Okay. So you were recently the focal point of the EFC Journey. Your story got immortalized, and it's kind of like, so like the first episode obviously featured Sylvester Chifumbu, and that was kind of like showing the making of a legend, whereas here it was showing the making of a rising legend, a prospect that's coming up still. So walk us through, the filming process and how it felt for you to just be going back on your history and just looking at all the things that you've gone through, as well as just how it felt for you to actually see your story play out like that.
Dylan and Stefan. Oh my God, those two guys did the most. Like, I've worked with film crews, but those two guys, they were like, two dudes, they were like a crew from Hollywood. So working with them, it was so easy. Like, it was so easy. From the first day they landed, we already shot a couple of videos, and they were like, oh, they were treating me, now I'm making it easy. I'm like, nah, the fact that you guys are making me very comfortable and chill, you guys are making it easy for me. So, working with the only part, it was like sleeping, because I'd wake up early. From about 5 o'clock in the morning, we're already, moving, trying to catch the sunrise, doing this and that. But it was fun because the whole day, and you're trying to fit in the training in between as well. So, and then you finish the training, you go home tired. The next day, 5 o'clock again. So for like that week, it was just like up and down, just running with them, trying to help them with a couple of things as well. But it was really fun. And coming down to Joburg, finishing it off on my birthday. The EFC really looked after me on my birthday. Just made sure that I had a really good place to sleep. Food was good. Everything was perfect for me. So it was a really good birthday that. And the first time watching it myself, now actually going to those places, reliving those moments, it was very, very emotional, because there's some things in my head are buried on purpose that I didn't want to see, that I didn't want to relive, that I didn't want to kind of experience again. And like I say, Stefford and Dylan took me into those journey again to reignite the fire that was already lit, but just kind of, reignited even bigger and gave me, they didn't give me, but they kind of reminded me the reason why. And in that moment, I'm like, you two reminded me why I do this, why I will never give up in life, why I'll keep on going. And it was very emotional for me. For two guys, literally, to touch the center of that. It's the first time to ever coming out and speaking out about my life like that. And like, it took two dudes who never studied any psychology to like, hey, let's talk about it. Tell us what's up. And then just pull out the camera. And then I'm here talking, crying. This guy's, Steph is here. Oh, I just keep going with his camera. I'm like, he's like, no, don't mind me. I'm not here. Just keep going. But they did a really good job there. And even Joe Beck finishing it off. And the first time I watched it, I said, not asked the question, but it gave you that feeling like, oh, geez, this is what the Hollywood dudes actually feel like. You were acting the thing and you're like very emotional to actually watch it. I'm like, why am I emotional? Why am I this is crazy. And they were like, dude, it's your story. That's your life. I'm like, you guys told it even better than I could have, because they did the most. Yeah.
It was definitely such a touching story. And, from my side, I watched it on YouTube when it was uploaded last week. And what a touching story. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I will definitely link that down below so that you guys can also watch. And
Thank you. Thank you.
But so, like you just mentioned that, you came up and for your birthday, you were walking around the EFC event with like birthday cake the whole night. And we were like, okay.
Hey, shit. Unexpected. Theo out here like, here's a cake. I'm like, yo.
So I wanted to know then, like for your next year, right, all the way up until your next birthday, right? Please just remind us real quick when your birthday is exactly. Like, what date is your birthday?
It's on the 6th of June.
6th of June. So
yes.
From 6th of June 2024 up until 6th of June 2025, could we see you by the 6th of June 2025 holding the EFC Middleweight Championship?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Next year, that's definitely the goal. That's what we're chasing. That's all we want. I mean, we want to clean the division, but the only way we can do that is with the belt. So I want to go through the division, and if twice, why not? But with that belt. With that belt.
And you're speaking about clearing out the middleweight division and just basically being an active champion if you are to become a champion and all of that. So I also want to know, because we're seeing you fight at a slightly heavier weight than middleweight, where like a catchweight fight type of vibe. Would you ever consider like moving up to light heavyweight at some point, potentially maybe trying to take over that division also, as it seems like there's a bit of a vacuum in that division right now in the EFC? So would you ever think about dabbling in that division also? Because I mean, you look like a light heavyweight. So
right, why not? Why not? Look, for me, like I say, being busy is great. Getting a belt, if we can, keep ourselves busy in the middleweight, why not? But if there's a chance, a window open to be like, hey, let's go to the light heavy and trying to spice it up a bit, why not? Like for me, like I say, fighting is a game that I like playing. Don't want to turn it down. If Graham can give me 3 months notice to actually fight in the welterweight, why not? So, hey, you understand? So that's what we need. You're like, hey, I just want to fight. It doesn't matter what. Yeah.
Okay, we could see somebody trying to dominate 3 divisions at some point, guys.
Why not? Why not?
So, Shadrack, I just want to know, right, beyond your fighting career in the EFC, what else do you hope to accomplish before it's all said and done? Like, are you trying to make it to the UFC? Are you trying to maybe at some point branch over into, I don't know, a commentary position? Are you trying to become a coach? What do you have? Like, what do you envision for yourself beyond just fighting, being a fighter in the EFC?
Beyond that, to honestly, like I say, it's for me. The first thing I look at in this sport is, for me, the sport has got the roof, and I want to be on top of the roof. I want to just go beyond the pinnacle of the sport. I just want to see the sport from the top, and then for me, giving back is always everything. It's everything to me, because what I have, I'm given what I have, and I want to give it back as well. So definitely looking forward in seeing if we can be working with kids for the future development of the sports as well. And obviously, I've been thinking of starting with my coach. I've been thinking, why not start like a amateur promotion in PE, and then maybe looking in probably a grappling comp in PE here and there, and trying to reignite the sport and make the sport grow as much as it's already growing as well. So for me, looking forward in giving back and just helping the sport to grow as much as it can. But I want to reach that right beyond. I look at it this way. I'm like, it's scary because Conor McGregor was there, and Khabib was there, and you look at your great ones like your GSP, they were all there. Your John Jones, they were all there, and I'm like, that's amazing. But can we pass there? Can we just pass there? Can somebody? And I'm trying. I'm gonna definitely get there, pass there. That's what we want.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Hopefully that will come true, and we will continue to follow along the journey of Shadrack Blambee Nsua.
Yeah,
And yeah, that's amazing.
Appreciate it.
But people, Shadrack, can you tell us where people can find you and where can people follow the story of you?
So yeah, they can go on my Instagram as well, Shadrack_Blambee. Right on my bio, I think you click on one of my links, you're gonna see the link down there that's will lead you straight to the bio, to the journey as well. And on TikTok, same. I think it's the same. Shadrack_Blambee as well. And Facebook, Shadrack_Blambee. Same. I keep it simple throughout the platform. Yeah.
Amazing. I will definitely link that down below. So be sure to follow the journey of Shadrack on his social media, but also go ahead and watch his journey being immortalized on the EFC Journey, Shadrack Blambee Nsua, his chapter. So yeah, but other than that, thank you so much, Shadrack. I appreciate you coming on, and
Thank you, Chichi.
we will see you at EFC 119 on November 14th.
Very soon, yeah.
Awesome. Thank
Thank
you.
you. That's a pleasure.